Daniel Reed was 34, living in a tiny apartment on the north side of Chicago. Every morning looked the same, the alarm screaming at 6:15, cold shower, empty breakfast table, and a silent train ride to a job he never wanted. Daniel worked as a billing analyst at a medical supply company. Not his dream, not even close, but it paid the bills, and that became his whole identity. But the truth was, Daniel had been running on autopilot for years, working, coming home, scrolling, sleeping, and repeating. No joy, no passion, just survival. One Tuesday morning, something strange happened. Daniel was standing at a crosswalk, waiting for the light to turn green. Next to him was a little boy, maybe 7 or 8, holding a melting ice cream cone. The boy looked at him and asked, "Sir, why do adults stop smiling?" Daniel froze. He didn't know what to say. Adults don't stop smiling because they want to. They just get tired. Busy. Lost. But he couldn't explain that to a child. He forced a smile and shrugged. The boy giggled and ran ahead. But those words, they didn't leave Daniel's mind. Why do adults stop smiling? That day at work, everything felt different. The office lights were too bright. The emails too cold. The deadlines pointless. The conversations fake. Around 3 p.m., he opened an old folder on his computer, one he hadn't touched in years. Inside were clips from when he used to make short films in college, scenes he directed, music he composed, dreams he once chased. He whispered to himself, "I used to be someone else," for the first time in a long time. Daniel felt something he almost forgot, the ache of a dream buried alive. That evening, instead of going straight home, Daniel walked to the edge of Navy Pier. The city lights reflected on the water. Families laughed. Tourists took photos. Street musicians played their hearts out. And Daniel stood there, feeling like life was happening for everyone except him. He thought about that little boy, his smile, his question, and he realized something. He wasn't living a life. He was maintaining it, a silent existence, comfortable, but empty. On the walk home, Daniel didn't promise himself a big life change. No quitting his job. No moving cities. No dramatic resolutions. Instead, he made one tiny decision. Tonight, I will create something. Anything. When he reached home, he pulled out his old camera. It still worked. He sat on the floor, recorded a simple 30-second clip, talking honestly about feeling lost as an adult. No fancy editing. No big script. Just truth. He posted it online. Not for views, but because it felt right. 2 days later, the video had 113 views. Not viral. Not huge, but more than he expected. A comment caught his eye. "Thank you for saying this. I thought I was the only one feeling this way." Daniel smiled, a real smile, not the forced one at the crosswalk. For the first time in years, he felt alive. Not because his life drastically improved, but because he took one step toward the life he actually wanted. Sometimes the wrong life doesn't end in a big moment. It ends the day you finally decide to take one small step toward the right one.